Hello, Happy New Year and welcome back to another video. A lot to cover in this video, so pay attention. It's been quite a time since I've last done a video, so I'm quite excited to get back into this. And I thought, since I'm still quite new to this YouTube thing, I might as well introduce myself properly. And what better way to do that than by creating my Simself. I actually filmed the footage for this in a stream a couple of months ago, but I haven't actually got around to editing it until now, so I'm going to put some voiceovers over the top and maybe tell a little bit of a story about myself. Now, you may or may not agree with whatever I say in this video. As I said, it's really just me telling a story about myself, so these are my beliefs and my views, so you're welcome to disagree, and I hope you just enjoy the video and getting to know me a bit more, and maybe I'll see you a little bit more as I create some more videos, and if you like to subscribe or comment on any of those future videos too. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the Chris sim that my mum made for me in the Mother's Day special episode as the basis, and then I'm just going to go ahead and start molding and sculpting and shaping my face. And it's really, I must say, quite a positive body image experience doing this in The Sims, because I'm actually confronted with having to embrace every part of my body, because I have to create it accurately to what I look like. I can't just change it and make it look how I want it to look in order to create myself accurately. I actually have to really just be comfortable and embrace every lump or bump or shape of my body. So I found it was quite a positive experience. And really, this whole sculpting, molding thing really reminds me of a verse I really quite identify with from Isaiah 64 verse 8, which says, "But now, Lord, you are our Father, we are the clay, and you are our potter. All of us are the work of your hand." And I guess here in Creator Sim, I'm kind of taking on that role of the potter with the clay, molding my own face, and it really made me think about how God has molded me in that unique way. And another similar verse, which is from Psalm 139 verse 13 to 14, which says, "For you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." And I really love that verse because it helps me to just embrace who I am, the man that God created me to be, in the unique way that He's made me, because it says, I was fearfully and wonderfully made, so the way that God made me was wonderful, and I don't need to feel ashamed of who I am, because God made me and He knit me together intimately and made me special in my own way. So that's, for me, my identity comes from who God created me to be, and that's what I aim to live out, is the unique individual that He made me to be, and that includes everything about me that I'm trying to express here in my Simself, my creativeness, my maybe slightly perfectionism, my possibly obsessive neatness, and trying to be kind to people, try and be expressive and creative things like in dancing and The Sims here and all those other ways. So you may or may not have heard of the violinist and performer Lindsay Sterling, who was actually on Dancing with the Stars America about 3 years ago. And I've been following Lindsay for a few years before that, from about 2013, and really grown to love her music, her personality, and the way that she performs. And seeing Lindsay perform on Dancing with the Stars and the sheer joy that she had in that really inspired me to get into dancing myself. Now, it really took me maybe another year or so before I took it up myself. So then from about maybe April 2019, that's when I decided to take my first dance class. So I've started with commercial jazz, I've also tried out JFH, hip hop, and I did try a little bit of contemporary, but it wasn't exactly for me, but I might try it again in the future. And since then I've been dancing for about a year and a half, or a little bit more than that now, and I've done 3 major dance performances, and then just at the end of last year tried my hand at choreographing my my own dance video with the real intention of trying to share a message of hope going into 2021 after the hard year that 2020 was for everyone. And then through one of my favourite Sims YouTubers, Plumbella, I heard about the series Dance Mums, and then after talking about it with my friends, I decided to take a look at it for myself. Through watching that and researching a little bit myself on how gender plays a part in dance, I stumbled across Zachary Torres. So for me, being a male dancer, it being quite a challenge, not necessarily what was experienced in the dance studio, but maybe more just internalized attitudes from society, sort of like a toxic masculinity, which really punishes men for deviating from those main hegemonic dominant ideas of what it means to be a man. And so my own journey has enabled me to break away from some of those rigid ways and, for example, just wearing pink, wearing makeup. And now really another aspect of that is what I see a little bit problematic is The Sims is usually quite inclusive, and yet we still in 2021 have labels on masculine and feminine clothing, makeup, outfit looks, which I find problematic because every time I open up Create a Sim and want to create an outfit for my sim, I'm confronted with having to exit off a label in order to open up all of the style possibilities for my sim to express themselves. And I really think that The Sims, being the inclusive game it is, should allow Sims to select whatever outfits, I mean it does, but be able to select those items without having them labeled as being either masculine or feminine. Why can't they just be clothes? Why can't this Sim wear skin tight leggings without it being labeled as feminine? Because personally I still identify as a man, so I should be able to have my sim wear whatever clothing without it having any labels put on it, still expressing that. And again, what I really do love about The Sims is that it does allow opportunity to express yourself and experiment, because to be honest, you know, it's taken me a lot of time to feel confident in expressing my look in the way that feels comfortable and consistent with my identity and the way that God created me to be. And actually The Sims is what has allowed me to experiment with those looks in Create a Sim prior to being competent enough to express that in real life. So as you can see here in this stream, I've gone through and chosen different outfits, played around with different eyeshadow, makeup looks here, and that was back in August, I believe. And you know, now January 2021, here I am with the actual looks that I've experimented there here in real life. So that's one of the really great things about The Sims, is it allows you to express yourself, find your own confidence, and then maybe even bring that into your real life. So which brings me on to saying that I believe that men, indeed any gender or non-binary gender or any person, is open to wearing makeup, and it's really just another creative form of expression. So why limit it to just women? Allow everyone to wear makeup as a form of self-expression. And I know there's been a lot of criticism about people focusing too much on exterior appearance, and there is some merit to that, but I think also makeup can be a way of actually expressing that inner beauty that does reside in the core of your being, but bringing that to the surface so that people can see that beauty that you have inside on the surface level and give a good first impression that really does express what is deeper. And really my journey has been about moving forward and being comfortable and embracing the man who God created me to be, rather than worrying about what other people perceive of me or think about me, or indeed what I think they think of me, because they may not very well think that at all. And so it's really been about finding my own self-confidence, and that's really been quite liberating, because you know, I've been able to go out into the park and practice my dance regardless of who's walking past, what they may be thinking, and just enjoy it. And for me, I really believe that the true freedom is found in having the freedom to choose to embrace and be the man that God intended me to be. So not defined by society, what others think, what I maybe even think I should be doing, but actually living out what and following what I believe God is placing on me. Also, another curious thing that happened is the fragmentation that I really experienced really started to resolve as more that I embraced who I am, in the sense that I felt more like a integrated, unified, whole self. So what I mean by that is that I could be consistent in who I am in all areas of my life, in the sense of being comfortable to wear makeup in my church, and then also being comfortable to be open about my faith on YouTube. And really, I found that the more that I have embraced this, that I've actually welcomed Christ into my being and enabled him to live in and through me. So as it says in Galatians chapter 2 verse 19 to 21, "For through the law I died to the law, so that I might live for God. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me." So really, my old self has actually died, and through Christ I've been made new again, given a new identity, and it's really actually Christ who's living in and through me. And really going back to the beginning of what I saw in the potter with the clay and sculpting me and making me, recognizing that the body that he created for me, he really owns that. It's not my own, but it's, I guess, on loan in a way. I own it in a sense, and yet I have freedom to choose to recognize that God is my creator and ultimately owns my body. And as it says in 1 Corinthians 6 verse 19 to 20, it says, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, who you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore honor God with your bodies." And I think I find the best way that I honor God with my body is through taking care of it and being confident to express who he made me to be through my makeup and through my dancing. And so it says in John 10:10 that the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy, but I, that is Christ, have come that they may have life and have it to the full. And that's really given me true deep joy, being able to live, to know that Christ came to give me new life that is intended to actually live to the full. And I find for myself the way that I feel that I'm most full and most alive is when I'm dancing. Like Billy Elliot described, he said it's like electricity. It's when you feel that energy and that surge through your body and just let go of what other people are thinking, be free and enjoy that movement. And as you can see in the bottom left corner of the screen, a little thumbnail there of another sim, which is my cousin. And I must say a great thank you to my cousin Kate, who is a professional makeup artist and actually helped me to create some makeup style for my dance costume last year and give me a lot of positive feedback and encouragement to have the confidence to wear makeup and not worry what people think of it. So actually I'll give you an example of one of the costumes that I did experiment with here in The Sims, and this was for last year. Our commercial jazz performance was a sort of salsa Latin American inspired, so the theme was red and black. Anyway, that's everything I needed to talk about, I think. Got my notes here, but they take up one page, but took me a lot longer than a page to talk about it all. I hope you enjoyed my story. What more can I say, really? I've said enough. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to give a like or comment down below. Let me know what you think. And if you haven't already, click on that subscribe button to get more content into your YouTube feed, and also the bell icon, because that'll notify you every time there's a new video. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.